All right, you guys, I did a thing. So I finally put my money where my mouth was or is, and I combined my locks. Here's the finished product. Let me see if I can turn around and you can kind of see the back. Oops. So let's talk about what I did and how I came to the decision to do what I did. First off, the trial run I did, it was braid locks. I did the plaits, and I did like anywhere between 3 and 5 locks at a time, depending on how small or tiny the locks were. And across the perimeter, the locks are always smaller and tinier. In the back, they were much bigger and thicker. So when I did the braid locks, they were a bit too big, and it was a little too spacey. But again, that was a test run. It was just to kind of get an idea, a feel of what my locks would look like. Since my locks are not fully mature, they did not kind of have the look that I was hoping that they would have by plaiting them. So I was still kind of going back and forth in my mind of what I was going to do, mainly about the sizing. I knew I was going to do a smaller size. Fast forward a week or two, and on the news just recently, our governor decided to extend our safe at home quarantine to May 26th, which meant that I wouldn't be able to see my loctician until June. I haven't had a retie since February. So I would have been going on 5 months, 4.5, 4 plus. My math is not good, never has been, but 4 months of not having a retie, and I felt like my new growth was already just getting out of control. I have a lot. And the amount of new growth I have made it pretty difficult for me to do my reties because I kept grabbing loose hair. My hair grows out the grid, number one. And my clips came in from Amazon, so I had the clips all in my hair. I separated my hair in each lock as best I could to retie, and I just kept messing up. I had even had like a knot in one of them, and I stopped. I gave up because I didn't want to do more damage than good. So right then I knew that I needed to just go ahead and combine my locks and be done with it. So today, which is Friday, pretty much throughout the afternoon, that's what I did. I just sat as I worked, and I had the mirror in front of me, and I just started to 2-strand twist my locks. And I just used 2 locks all over. I think maybe in a few I did 3 locks because those locks were just that small or tiny, so I did like 3 at a time. But for the most part, this is all 2-strand twists. And I took my time. I didn't really do any particular parting outside of, I did this part down the middle, but I mean, it's not going to stay. I'll switch it up as I feel, however I decide to style my hair. And I like the results. I like the way it turned out. And let me backpedal a little bit because when I reminded my sister-in-law about helping me do this combining of my locks, she was like, "Oh, you shouldn't do it. I like your hair the way it is. It looks so pretty, yada, yada, yada." And then my family, my husband and my kids, they kind of joined in and agreed with her. And it was like, "No, don't do it. don't combine your locks. Your hair is gonna look all scalpy, and you did that testing and it wasn't cute. And I'm like, first of all, it was a test run. Second of all, you don't understand the vision that I have in my head of how my hair will look once, with the combined locks. So I just felt like they were a bunch of turncoats. But again, they didn't understand. They didn't see or couldn't visualize how my hair would look like I could visualize how my hair would look. So anywho, that's what made me go ahead and stop talking about combining my locks and just go ahead and do it. So I did. And remember, I do have the different lengths in my hair. It's a little bit shorter at the top, and it's definitely longer in the back. I got the hang time in the back, and it's longer on the sides. And so this is what I ended up doing. And in a way, two-strand twisting my locks together, I basically gave myself my own retie. When it's time for me to do a retie, I will interlock. I'm not going to palm roll. So I'm glad I have my lock tools. And I will do my reties. Retightening class will come in handy for me, because I'm sure they would go over that with you and teach you, how to grab that extra hair, the proper way to do it, at least. I didn't feel comfortable, nor did I want to keep experimenting with my hair, especially since I was, primarily doing the front. And if I damaged some locks or ended up having to lose a lock, I didn't want that happening, up here or any other place, to be honest, in my head. So that was another serious consideration and concern that I had as far as me trying someone who is super inexperienced, who knows nothing about retightening my locks, especially when my particular scalp and hair has the issues that I have, which is hair growing outside of the grid on top of having a ton of new growth. So that right there made me stop with my self, teaching of how to do a retie and go on to my original plan, which was to combine my locks. And now I don't have the issue of having bushy scalp. I don't have all this new growth plaguing me because I combined my locks and I got them at the root pretty good and twisted them up. So I think I'm good until it's time for a retie. And as far as the ends go, I do have that lock tool, that interlock lock tool. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to close up these ends. And in the meantime, I think I will put rubber bands on some of them. I haven't decided. Just to keep them together and to stop them from unraveling. I am going to braid and band when I do my first wash with my combined locks. And again, like I mentioned earlier, I will be interlocking when I do my retie. So today is April 17th or 18th, and bother to count, but it feels good. I will say one of the first things I noticed when I was all done combining is that it definitely feels heavier. The Sisterlocks were light and easy breezy and they just flowed, and these flow too, but I definitely feel the difference as far as the weight of my hair goes. And that's fine. I don't think that'll be a problem. So I just hope I don't have any issues with locks being too heavy or too big in certain parts. Another thing I noticed was that in the back of my head is where I had the most locks that seemed to have locked. And the locks in the back were much bigger, thicker. Otherwise, that was it. So this is it. I'm going to keep this because I'm not going to see my loctician until June. And I don't trust myself trying to do my own retie. It's just too much. And this is definitely going to be easier and less overwhelming for me. So that's it, y'all. I did it. And no more Sisterlocks. They have been officially combined, and I can't wait to see them grow and transform from here. So thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me on this journey. This coronavirus has put all of us in a pickle when it comes to our hair. But again, kudos and shout out to all of you who took the time to learn how to do your own reties, to self-retie, and who are doing a great job. Kudos to you. I wish I knew how, but that's okay. I'm getting to where I want to be as far as how I want my hair to look, how I want my locks to look. So this is just another step in my journey. And we're going to get there one way or another. I'm going to keep my locks though. So thanks again. Thanks to all my new subscribers. Thank you guys so much for watching. And comment below whatever you got to say, criticisms, critiques, advice, helpful advice. Be nice. And I will definitely respond. I'll catch y'all later. Bye-bye.